자, 편지를 확인하도록 하죠. 아, 편지를 확인하면 된다 했죠? 아니, 편지가 여기 없었어. 테이블에 있다고 한 것 같았는데.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
아니, 책상이라며. 아니, 저게 책상인가? 아니, 책상이 한둘이 아니야. 아, 저기구나. 니 책상. 탁자.
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter.
자, 브레켄스토어 가문. 아까 전에 제목에 나왔던지 그 가문의 살인사건에 대한 의뢰겠죠? 열어봐라. 자, 레스트레이트 경감이 보냈네요.
So, what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always. It appears to be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the EB monogram, their coat of arms.
The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night.
다시 봐도 이렇게 홈즈는
makes
참.
sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime.
Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
자, 가도록 합시다. 아. 오늘의 목표는 챕터 4를 끝내는 걸 목표로 하겠습니다. 자, 우리의 렉스트레이트 경감.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
부지깽이로.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid, Teresa Wright.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right. I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Sir Warthen Brackenstall.
좋아요, 식당.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name
인
is
줄
Sherlock
알았어요.
Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to
멍 제대로 들었다. 자, 새로 생긴 멍자국. 애숙한 얼굴. 송금 브로치. 호주신이네요. 품이 있는 목장. 결혼 반지. 하나 더 있는데? 아, 여기 있다. 오래된 멍자국. 오래된 멍자국?
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his stick,
그 주먹으로 설마 저
throwing me unconscious to the ground.
굉장하군.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
거짓말 치지 마. 님의 멍자국은 뭡니까?
Bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Your ladyship?
자, 일단은 자, 하녀.
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
인상착의. 주름살. 하나 뭐 있었는데? 아, 커피 자국도 있었어? 아, 여기 커피 자국? 전속하냐. 연속해서 나왔네.
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw three men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
딱히 여기선 들을 거 없네요. R1이 있어. 그림?
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
하하.
This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
부인한테 열어달라 합시다. 열어주세요.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it. Your ladyship? Let us try to open this safe.
번호인가?
Can be cracked. I only have to pay attention.
씨, 그
The dial
번호판이야.
will vibrate
골 때리네.
when it is set to the correct number.
오케이. 오케이. 단서 안 찾고 지금 이짓하고 있다. 아싸, 겁나 좋네. 오케이. 굉장해. 자, 우리 속에서 굉장히 몸이 안 좋았네요.
It is common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose
자,
a
뭔가 의심이 가기 시작을 하죠.
criminal.
돈이 그대로야.
Antique coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care. This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
자, 일단 풀어서 가져갑시다. 어느 항구인지를 확인하려고요.
So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
굿. 자, 필요한 건 가져갔고, 또 뭐 탁자 하나 더 있네. 타임즈.
The description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
허. 시작부터 좀 빡세게 하는데? 자, 일단 랜드간도도 아니 경우를 생각하고 할게요.
Oh, what a horrible...
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behavior.
Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead, but a devil he was. If ever one walks the
이렇게 보면은 부인이 의도적으로 죽인 걸 수도 있고.
She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first. She'd never been from home.
둘 다
before.
범인 가능성이 없는 건 아니니까.
His title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it. If ever a woman did, she doesn't have any friends here, so it was especially hard for her.
자, 출입을 또 하게 됐네요. 응? 아이, 잠깐만. 하나가 더 있다고? 가정학대. 뭔데? 아니. 아, 이거야? 아, 시작부터 선택지 줘버리네. 챕 4번째 챕터 보니까. 일단 식당 갑시다. 그 전에
What do
평판부터.
you know about Sir Eustace, Inspector? What was his reputation?
A charming man when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk. In such moments he was apparently capable of anything. Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight. Another day he threw a decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The alcohol seemed to madden him.
To the point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
또 나왔네. 미쳐버리겠네. 계속 나오네. 경감의 진술로 가정학대를 했죠.
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall. Lord Brigham Brackenstall.
아이,
Baron Lyndon
야, 식당 가자. 와우.
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
깜짝 놀랐어. 잘려나간
It
노끈.
appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
나 일단 노끈이 잘려나갔는데 노끈이 어디 있을라나? 저 벨 아닌가?
These wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France. An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents. This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also
그냥 이걸로 범인이 의도된 범인인지 아닌지는 또 이제 보면 알겠지 뭐. 어딨지 또? 와인 찾았고 촛대도 했고 아니 왜 없지? 하나 더 있을 텐데? 빈 공간.
A bottle of wine is missing here. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware. This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not
자, 뭔가
venture
이상하죠?
there.
은식기만
The hunting scene.
빼고 갔다는 것 자체가 뭔가 이상한데?
A decanter standing next to the open bottle. An inseparable pair indeed. Chateau Calon Ségur. French wine. Grand Cru. This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
건더기가 없다.
There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured.
이건 건더기가 있고
This glass has some wine
이건
traces,
건더기가 없네.
but no visible beeswing. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it. The two are clear.
이거 이거 왠지 내가 아는 그거 같은데? 셜록 홈즈 소설 같은데? 느낌이 지금 그렇게 보고 있는데? 다시 조사합시다.
So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
자, 머리부터 봅시다. 와우.
The head was cracked with the force of the blow.
자, 추리가 2개나 돼요. 자, 2개. 범인 2명으로 일단 좁히면은 낸돌 감당이 안 되죠. 3명. 소행이 아니라고 가정해놓고 범인 2. 아예 소행이 아니라고 가정하고 범인은 2로 만들면은 안 되네요. 하나 더 있잖아. 생각해보니까 단서 아니네. 그럴 수 있지.
That
보시기.
must be the murder weapon.
자, 하나 더 추가됐네요.
barefoot. He had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress. Quite a large stick, a formidable weapon.
또 뭐 조사할 게 더 있나? 발, 부직갱이, 머리, 또 덤, 어?
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
하나 또 생겼네요. 이렇게 하면 두 개가 돼. 일단 부직갱이로 판단을 합시다. 여기 있네요.
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me.
토비.
This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
자, 뱃사람이 언급됐네요.
A deer hunt.
자, 토비한테 차봅시다. 안녕, 토비?
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case.
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts.
분석 한번 합시다.
Let us see how the rope was cut. The fibers at the end of the rope are smoothly cut. Let us try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope. The fibers from this cut appear to be different. If I cut the rope with a knife, it matches the original.
이거는 칼로 자른 거고요. 그러면은 인맥이 있을 가능성이 있다는 거를 해놔야 되겠네. 자, 저택으로 갑시다. 신문도 하고요. 원래 실제 토비는 다른 데에 있는 애죠. 실제 소설에서는요.
Search, Toby.
냄새가 쩌는구만. 뒤질 않어. 가장 중요한 건.
The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the silverware. The scent leads to the well. I should check it.
자, 찾을 곳이 점점 늘어나긴 하네요. 오두막, 우물.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall. The criminals left the house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route.
이건 소설에 나온 거. 이건 이미 소설로 읽었던 것 같아, 느낌이.
There's something glittering at the bottom there, but how can I reach it? I need a hook. The wheel handle is open.
좋아요. 갈고리가 있어야 되겠네요.
Bags of seed. Some empty bags were recently moved. Small gardening tools. Nothing of great interest.
좋아요, 갈고리.
This hook might be useful.
또
This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty.
좋아요. 자, 다시 갑시다.
There's some.
아, 잠깐만요. 고고. 아마 시킬 거예요.
Silverware. This is hardly a coincidence. The Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
자, 단서 범인이 나왔죠? 자, 이러면 방문자 선수색으로 넘어가네요. 자, 신문할 게 하나 있죠? 이건 내가 알고 있던 거야. 실제로 있는 거죠. 실제로 있던 내용이니까 짧게 넘어가는 걸로 해야 되겠네. 신문 때립시다.
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
We found your silverware, Lady Brackenstall. It had not been taken very far.
Is that true? I am very thankful to you, Mr. Holmes.
Your ladyship?
자,
We found your mistress's silverware.
Oh, that's good news. You really are as clever as they say.
Indeed.
레스트레이트 경검에게 말해야 되나?
Inspector, I have recovered the stolen silverware.
You are a wizard, Mr. Holmes. And where is it?
In the garden well.
Excuse me?
Unique, isn't it?
Rather absurd. What is the point of stealing silverware and then throwing it down into a well?
Perhaps it was used as a temporary hiding place. Or simply the thieves wanted to get rid of it. It is up to us to solve this mystery.
자, 베이커리 가로 갑시다. 서재를 찾아야 되니까요. 서재. 자, 1833년 거. 아니, 1893년. 아니.
Here it is.
좋아요.
The shipping company, the Adelaide, Southampton, London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
But I have another solution.
전문가를 부를 걸세.
Specialist.
자, 베이커리 애들.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need a register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893, and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
3시간이 지나고.
Here it is, Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
자, 책상 어딨어? 그래, 명부.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor. And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London Line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th.
아이,
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved. This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
필요 없고. 여긴 없죠?
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He
야, 왜
wasn't
줄이
in
두
London
개야?
at the time
아니,
of the
이런.
crime. This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
자,
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days. This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
자, 이제 크로코라는 결론이
This
나오네요.
officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
자,
This Crocker. Do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
굿. 자, 위긴스한테
Wiggins,
갔습니다.
could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
자, 살펴봅시다. 근육질. 아, 왜 안 나와? 아니. 신문 잉크. 불필요한 게가 많이 나오네 오늘 이번엔. 깨끗한 장화 하나 더 찾으면 돼. 좋아요.
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her, from when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to
실제로 있는 거니까 뭐.
You... and what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right if there was no evidence.
What then?
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
매듭.
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So, it's a sailor who's done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Shard. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night?
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No. There is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why you dissected the...
자, 선장의 진술이 개입이 분명 있죠. 없을 리가 없죠. 없다면은 다 거짓이 되거든. 자, 전 체포로 안 갈 겁니다. 이거는 스토리 결론도 체포로는 안 갔어요.
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
일단 엔딩은 이걸로 먼저 보고.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know, because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster
또 싸우겠네요.
for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear. And it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
정말 의리 있는 남자다. 그만해. 뭔 씨발 총이야.
You should have let me die. How can I live if Mary suffers?
I am sorry, Captain Crocker, but there has been quite enough death in this case. Inspector, I give you Sir Eustace's killer. He tried his best to perform his own justice.
Well, I'm not surprised. Yes, it was me. I confess.
Here is a piece of evidence that can be used in court.
Perfect. A case that went smoothly for once.
자, 이렇게 끝을 내네요. 원래는요. 딱 근데 실제 내용에도 이렇게 끝내지 않고 또 그거죠. 덮어주는 쪽으로 끝내는 게 확실한 결론이거든요. 자, 그걸로 끝내겠습니다. 저는 이번 챕터는 상당히 짧았네요. 자, 선처를 맺봅시다.
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
네, 본 거는 일단 제외하고요.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes? What?
I know, and because
It's true.
it is time for you to tell.
I admit that I was due to set... Oh, I regret...
Lady Brackenstone.
자,
already
여기서부터
forgave you.
스캔
She
할게요.
said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die. Do you hear me? There
아니,
is a letter that sets everything clear. And it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
난 이런 똑같은 짓거리래 애들이.
Please forgive me, Captain Crocker. I wished only to test your sincerity, and your words and deeds have far exceeded my expectations. See here, Captain Crocker, we'll do this in due form of law. You are the prisoner. Watson, you are a British jury.
이렇게 끝나지.
Captain Crocker, the evidence shows that you acted without premeditation and used reasonable force to protect an innocent victim from her husband's brutality. Your devotion pushed you to attempt to kill yourself in order to protect the one you love. Now, what say you, gentlemen of the jury?
Not guilty, my lord.
Vox populi, vox dei. You are acquitted, Captain Crocker. So long as the law does not find some
실제로
other
이렇게
victim,
끝나죠.
you are
책에서도.
safe from me.
Mr. Holmes.
It is a great responsibility that I take upon myself, but I will give Lestrade an excellent lead, and if he can't avail himself of it, I can do no more. Come back to your lady in a year, and may her future and yours justify us in the judgment which we have pronounced this night. Inspector, I'm afraid that the murderers have escaped us.
What? Do you mean to tell me that you failed? Never thought I'd live to see the day.
I mentioned the murderers, not the case. It is obvious that the crime was committed by 3 criminals who cannot be the Randalls.
You really think so?
You only need to find a gang of 3 thugs wandering around. I can trust you to do that.
If they exist, I'll catch them.
You'll find someone, I have no doubt of it. Goodbye, Inspector.
엔딩은 똑같이 끝나는 거. 자, 여기서부터는 다음에 또 이어야 되겠죠?
Holmes, for heaven's sake, whatever's going on?
Oh, hello, Watson. You're early. Did you kill all of your patients?
What? Holmes, where have all these wretched bees come from?
I increased the temperature of the room so as to prevent them from hibernating. I needed to take a sample of honey. But it worked, Watson. We will have honey all year round.
Ridiculous and dangerous.
They're domestic bees, Apis mellifera, such industrious workers. Anyway, Watson, I am sorry, but I must leave you. I'm in rather a hurry.
You have a new case?
Yes, but nothing as thrilling as this experiment. A theft of plants at the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew. I'm helping a minister who's an old friend of mine. You can join me if you like.
Well, I'll admit that I'd far rather accompany you than remain alone here with these workers of yours. Besides, you'll need a helping hand with the flowers you're intending to bring back.
Watson, however did you guess?
For the great Sherlock Holmes to bother with the theft of plants. Come on, admit that you're planning to spoil the little bees with some rare pollens.
Since when did I become so transparent? Let us go.
여기서부터는 다음 시간에